Well, the idea of the race came about from a man called Harold Straley in Inverell, who, when it was announced that they completed the road from Guida Highway from Glen Innes to Grafton, said, why don't we make this a bike race? And he gathered a few people around like my father, and they organised the very first one. And it was 70 kilometres of dirt in the first race. And it was a hard man's race then, and it's a hard man's race in 2014. So this is the great one.
Certainly a great event for Inverell. Always one of those iconic events, and if you're a cyclist and you're right in Australia, you certainly want to ride the Grafton Inverell Cycle Classic.
The race is 228 kilometres long. We have 70 kilometres to the base of the climb, which is 18 kilometres long, and 1,000 metres altitude just on the climb along elevation.
The weather conditions are going to be super hot today, 37 I think the forecast is, so it's going to be a whole different ball game, I think. With the NRS standings up for grabs, Avanti and Budget, it would be interesting to see what the go is there, how the race pans out.
Coming into today only 3 points down is, a bit of a worry, but it's been like that for a while now, and I'm in the position where he's got to make all the plays.
Today will be a very decisive day in the NRS, but I think it's a good course for me. Yeah, the team's good. They've obviously had good success here the last few years, so I think they know what it takes to get a good result.
We've got two guys, Bonello and White, in a group of 9, 12.5 minutes off the front of the group, just coming into Gibraltar. So we've got the numbers up there at the moment, but I think anything will happen obviously over here.
It was definitely hard for the first 40k just to get the brakes set up, but then I guess the peloton eased up a bit, let us get a good margin, and we could roll real smooth.
Look, we're in a good situation, both in the actual race itself and the NRS situation. The break's out to around 15 minutes, and so it's looking reasonably secure for Joe at this stage, and we've got a good option out in the break in Neil Vanderpool.
I think the NRS battle is playing a big part in this race so far, probably to a bit of a negative effect, but yeah, we've kind of put that on the back burner, and yeah, we'd rather just race the Grafton Inverell. The wind's actually changed now that we've got up onto the plateau past Gibraltar range, so it's coming more in a headwind at the moment. It's actually picked up a bit of space, so yeah, I think it's not going to be an easy day today for the boys.
It's been a tough day. It's been really hot, and we're seeing the effects of it. We've got 6 men in the front now, and we've got another group of 6-7 riders chasing. They've got over 5 minutes to track down in 30 Ks. It's not going to happen, so it's going to be Van den Ploeg is my tip to get the victory. And yeah, we've got young Spark as well at the finish here after his Warney win. I think he'll be a good challenger as well.
Well, we're all looking towards that last little climb, and I think I overestimated how steep it was going to be. I was expecting to be able to sort of make a bit of damage there, but we all came over the top together.
I was cramping up heaps, and so I was just hanging off the back for a bit, and I managed to get rid of them, put in a couple of attacks, and they just let me hover sort of 10-15 metres away.
Sean hit us at exactly the right moment, like the perfect moment, and we just looked at each other, and that was the race.
it's definitely bigger than anything I did in rowing. I reckon I only started racing in like January, so it's amazing.
Give it up for the champion. This is Sean Lake.
Probably one of the biggest highlights of my cycling career. So just so glad we got it done today, and I'm just so happy. This means a lot to me. I've put a whole year of hard work into this, and just to cap it off today and actually survive the race myself is pretty good.
2014 NRS overall point score winner, Joe Cooper.